Hello, everybody. Happy to be here. What a wonderful day to be talking about these incredible line of products that we have in TRMe Go. So let's jump in and talk a little bit more about these products, these claims, and why I believe you're going to love them. So let's talk TRMe Go key attributes, okay? This is loaded with a lot of key things that we believe are very valuable in this space of fitness nutrition. So we have these clean formulas. Now, this is critical because we want to have clean ingredients, right? Clean formulas so that you can be confident in what you put inside of your body when it comes to fitness nutrition. We have unique ingredients with proven science. This to me is key because what goes into it, we want to make sure that it's backed by good science. And I can guarantee you that all of the claims that we have in these products are all backed by good and proven science, because what goes in is almost just as important as what is not in there as well. Benefits beyond the workout. We want to make sure that this includes a lot of these health and wellness attributes that people want who are just trying to exercise and live a good, healthy life. This is a brand for men and women. I think we nailed it here with the branding, with the packaging, with the messaging. Look, it's something for men, but it's also something for women who we know are going to dominate this space. And then good tasting. I can vouch for this. I've tried the products. I love them. They're all delicious in their own unique, different ways. So let's talk about some of the benefits and in these products, how we use them first of all. Look, we have TRMe Go. I'm going to call it TR Go for short, because for those who are familiar, know that TRMe is part of this umbrella branding of this space in terms of weight and fitness. The TRMe Go focus is going to be on fitness and sports and nutrition. So I'm going to call it TR Go for short, because it's all about go and moving and getting your body moving, which we know is super critical for our health. That's it. Usage. How do we use the TR Go pre-workout? This is something you're going to take 30 to 60 minutes before exercise. So this is going to get you peak value from the ingredients peaking inside of your bloodstream to be able to support all the benefits that we'll get to with this TR Go pre-workout supplement. Then we have TR Go Recovery Plus. So this has a nice vanilla flavor to it, no artificial flavors or sweeteners inside of it. This is all about recovery and more than just general recovery. It's recovery plus. We'll talk about what that plus means in just a second here. And then we have the protein plus. This is going to have a natural chocolate flavor. It is absolutely delicious. And it's more than just a generic protein. We have the effective dose, and there's more to it, hence the protein plus. It's above and beyond just your generic protein. So let's talk about each of these products one by one. If we go to the next slide here, you will see that we have our TRMe Go or TR Go pre-workout plus. Now, this is 2-in-1 or plus, because there's so much more that you get here compared to just a generic pre-workout. So look at all the long list of benefits that we have. It's going to have all natural flavors, colors, and sweeteners. It's going to be really good experience for you, and it's supporting long-term muscle support, which is kind of the key differentiator here inside of this product. So let's read these product benefits here. We have fuels your workout, helps reduce fatigue during exercise, supports increases to energy output, helps your efforts to build muscle. Now, can you take just the pre-workout on its own and build muscle without the effort? No. You can't just take nutrition and magically build muscle. You need to put in the effort. You need the exercise, but it's going to help those efforts, in fact, enhance those efforts that you use in the gym, working out, resistance training, whatever it is that you love, to actually build muscle tissue inside the body. It's going to support your cognitive performance during exercise, and it's going to support mental focus during exercise as well. So we have like kind of these brain and performance-like benefits that we have all packed into Pre-Workout Plus. So let's talk about some of these ingredients inside the formula. If we go to the next slide here, which you'll see right here, we have caffeine. This is 100 milligrams. This is going to be a safe dose of caffeine. It's going to be on the lower end, so it's not going to provide the jitters that you might experience with, maybe 200 or 300 milligrams or even plus amounts of caffeine that you could have inside of a product. Caffeine is going to help to reduce fatigue during exercise and support cognitive performance and mental focus. So you get kind of that dual benefit of performance benefits from caffeine and the mental focus. We have choline. We have 550 milligrams in this product. This, once again, is going to support a lot of those similar benefits with just cognition and performance and mental focus, but it's doing it in a different way. Choline is a substrate for making acetylcholine, which is a neurotransmitter inside of your body that's going to help with muscle contraction. It's going to support normal brain function to help you really focus and fine tune, your exercise to just enhance the overall exercise experience that you have. We have carbohydrate and isomaltulose. This might be a new term for you. This is actually the same structure as table sugar or sucrose, but it's called isomaltulose because it goes through an enzymatic reaction where it actually makes this particular sugar more stable. So you get a more stable release of that sugar or that energy source inside of the body to really support these benefits right here with fueling your workout because it gives energy, but it helps to reduce fatigue during exercise because of that more balanced release inside of the body. Then we have HMB. To me, this really is going to be the hero ingredient in this formula. HMB is a metabolite of leucine. Leucine is the key branch chain amino acid that helps to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. How HMB works is HMB helps to build muscle with exercise, and it does it by helping to stimulate muscle protein synthesis. At the same time, HMB helps to lessen muscle protein breakdown. So if I had this scale right here in front of me, you would see that, hey, look, we want to build muscle by increasing muscle protein synthesis, but we want to make sure that we're lowering muscle protein breakdown, right? Which is the part that is actually breaking down muscle tissue. So if this is up in your favor, which is what HMB does, it's going to help your efforts in building muscle, but also helping to support increases to energy output. So it's really this dual acting, incredible powerhouse ingredient inside of this formula. We're using 1.5 grams, which is a clinically effective dose to be able to support that strength and that muscle benefit that you get from that key ingredient. And then vitamin D3. We have 500 IUs. Vitamin D3 is really complementary to HMB. For those out there who love their peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, right? They're complementary assets. They make each other work better. Same thing with vitamin D and HMB. Vitamin D helps the HMB to work just a little bit more efficiently in the body to help support the benefits of building muscle. So it's a fantastic formula. Once again, pre-workout plus. Right? The plus is there for a reason because it's jam-packed with all of these incredible benefits. This is before and during your exercise. So you want to take this 30 to 60 minutes before you exercise for best results. Let's go to the next slide and talk about the next product. Here we have our TR Go Recovery Plus. Recovery Plus, it has this delicious vanilla flavor. You can take it on its own, just mix it with some water. This is a product you want to take soon after exercise. So as soon as you're done exercise, you want to have that Recovery Plus to get all of that goodness inside of your body. It's a really comprehensive formula, hence Recovery Plus, more than just generic recovery. It's going to help support fast recovery from exercise, which is key, muscle repair and building with joint health and immunity. So these are a lot of benefits here. Let me read them, these bullet points that we have. Supports recovery from exercise, helps restore glycogen energy levels after exercise. For those who don't know, glycogen is your storage form of energy, right? So we have sugar that breaks down into glucose for immediate energy. If it's not being used up, it's going to be stored in the muscle primarily. And that glycogen can be actually converted back to energy inside of the body when your body needs it, which is especially true with exercise, especially with more high intense or longer duration, like endurance training that people do. So if you like to, run for a while or go cycle for a while, or if you like, the high intensity, you're going to start using some of that storage energy, and you want to restore that with Recovery Plus after exercise. We have supports joint health and supports joint recovery after exercise. That's going to be coming from glucosamine that I'll talk about here on the next slide. We have supports your efforts to repair muscle when combined with protein. So this product on its own really should be combined with an effective dose of protein that we have in our Protein Plus product to be able to support that muscle repair that we need after exercise. Provides electrolytes for proper body function, and then supports immune health. So let's go to the next slide and talk about some of these incredible ingredients in this formula. Once again, jam-packed Recovery Plus, more than just generic recovery. Look at all the benefits ingredients in here. One of the hero ingredients in the formula is honestly going to be glucosamine. Now, most people don't think of glucosamine in recovery or in the fitness space, but it's absolutely critical because it's going to support recovery from exercise and it's going to support joint health. Now, just think about it. If you like to, run or jump around or play sports or, lift weights or do some push-ups or, whatever your go-to exercise is for building muscle, well, you want to recover your muscle and you want to recover your joints. And glucosamine is specifically in there at 1.5 grams, which is an effective dose to be able to support your joints and that recovery process inside of the body. It's an incredible, important thing because there's wear and tear, right? When you exercise, your joints are taking a beating, and we want to support them for young and old, right? For adults, young and old, that is. We have many other ingredients in the formula too. We have vitamin C, D, and E. These are essential vitamins that we need. Vitamin C and E are very powerful antioxidants, and vitamin D is in there specifically to really support immune function or immune system benefits inside the body. We have carbohydrate as well, focused on isomaltulose. Once again, if you recall in the pre-workout, we give you a little bit of energy for the exercise, but then we want to replenish that energy storage inside the body called glycogen with a healthy carbohydrate source in isomaltulose, which has that balanced release inside of the body. So a more stable release of this sugar. And that's going to help with so many different benefits. And then we have a long list of electrolytes. Now, electrolytes, these are charged particles that help with just the body to function normally. The problem is that with exercise, especially for those who sweat quite a bit, right, you're depleting some of those electrolytes during exercise. So we want to make sure to replenish that with this Recovery Plus product. So all of those benefits and ingredients in one powerful product, delicious vanilla flavor. You can take it on its own, but my recommendation is to actually pair this and take it at the same time and mix it with our next product that we're going to talk about on the next slide, which is our Protein Plus drink. So Protein Plus has a delicious chocolate flavor, like I mentioned. If you combine this with the Recovery, it's like that chocolate vanilla goodness all in one. It tastes fantastic. In fact, some of the electrolytes really enhance the natural chocolate flavor that we have in the shake. It is so good together, but mix and match. Find the way that works for you, whether you mix it with water, whether you mix it with milk, whether you add some fruits and vegetables to it or not, right? You're going to find the ways that really work for you and recommend it to your friends and your family. So the Protein Plus, let's talk about this. First, these are incredible benefits that we have. It's not just generic protein, and it's not just protein. This is Protein Plus for a reason, because it's going to provide and support all the amino acids, because it's a complete amino acid profile. It supports your efforts to build muscle. Once again, can you just eat a whole bunch of protein and build muscle? You need exercise, right? Exercise is going to enhance those efforts. You need the effort. You need to put in the work to be able to build that muscle tissue. It's going to support muscle repair. It's going to support recovery from exercise. And then these are kind of two of the more unique or added value benefits that we see in supporting protein digestion, which is key, and supporting amino acid absorption, which is also key. I mean, just think about your own experience in your life. Have you ever had a protein shake or you're like, it's not digesting super efficiently inside of the body. You just feel or you just know it. And then same thing with absorption, right? What is the phrase? You're not just what you eat, you are what you absorb. Absorption is a critical factor, and we can actually support these key amino acids in being absorbed with the unique ingredient blend that we have in Protein Plus. So let's go to the next slide and talk about some of these ingredients that are found in Protein Plus. So this is going to be more than just generic protein. This is whey protein at 20 grams. Now, 20 grams is an effective dose to stimulate muscle protein synthesis, to help with building muscle and muscle repair, which are kind of the two key processes that we want with protein, right? So it's not 10 grams, it's not 5 grams, it's not 15 grams. We're at that 20-gram sweet spot level to be able to stimulate all of these incredible benefits and be very, very, very competitive in this space. At the same time, I do want to point out, look, well, what if you compare it to something that has, 30 or 40 or 50 or 60 or, whatever the dose of protein that you have in a particular shake? Well, there is a plateauing effect with higher doses. And so more does not equal better, right? Because your body and your muscle tissue specifically can only use a limited amount of protein to use that to get inside muscle tissue to support muscle build and muscle repair. So this 20 grams really is at that sweet spot level to support all of the incredible benefits of a high quality whey protein source that is easily mixed together, because it is instatized, meaning that it goes through a process so that the mixability is really good and easy to use. But in addition to the protein at an effective dose, we have a digestive protease enzymes. Now, these are specific enzymes. For those who are scientists are geeking out like, oh yeah, I know what proteases are. For those of you who don't know, you're like, protease? This is a foreign language. Protease is simply the name of a digestive enzyme that breaks down protein into smaller components called amino acids. That's all it is. So it's a specific blend at the right ratio of enzymes that breaks down the protein. So what it does is it helps to improve digestion, and amino acid absorption, right? So you can actually support these specific aminos, in particular, these branched chain amino acids like leucine, isoleucine, and valine, to actually be absorbed inside of the body, which is going to optimize the benefits of the protein and this full amino acid profile that we have in this incredible Protein Plus product.
Tanner, thank you.